Many of us, the Lord has told you, go to ministry. And then you have rebelled and refused to obey. Now that finally you have answered, the Lord need to give you speed. Because God told me to go to ministry to start a church. I was not interested. Because church is different. Because when you start a ministry, people from different churches can come. So I was enjoying ministry. I didn't like to start a church. Sunday morning, who will come? I didn't like it. Right from 300 level, God never told me to start a ministry. Never. Not once. The instruction was, you will start a church. But I heard what I want to hear. Because I didn't want to start a church. Maybe because of where I'm coming from. I've never seen people starting churches. So it was looking like an impression. So I was there running meetings on my own. And then from a particular month, I felt God totally leaving me. I was telling my wife, like, you know the way you know that there is no sugar inside Gary? That is the way I knew that God was not with me. I knew that I did not commit a sin, but I knew that God has left somebody. I felt God left me. I told my wife that she was my fiancée. I said, this is what's happening. I've lost my peace, lost everything. My mentor told me that, no, this is a church. I told him, no, sir, it's a ministry. He said, okay. He kept quiet. He said, this is a church. And that's one of my regrets in life, not listening. So I was there until 2020. Say, Lord, please, I will start. So I obeyed late. Wasted almost 4 years. Hallelujah. So to be able to cover for those 4 years of mistakes, imagine where I would have been by now if I started actually 4 years. Now we are just 3 years, 2020, 2022. Imagine if I started 4 years ago. To be able to cover for all the souls I've lost and all the mistakes I've made, I need speed. Come on now together. That is the same with many of us. The Lord has given us a lot of instructions. Start a business. Do this. And then some people have made mistakes by succeeding in nothing and doing other wrong things. For you to be able to cover, because that is where you are supposed to be by now. And you are not there because you have missed the certain things. To cover up, we need speed. You can see that all of us here need speed. Is that not true? To be able to cover for many of us, even the lost territories. Some of us should be having branches by now. Some of us, your companies will have branch. Hallelujah. Now I was discussing with somebody recently into business. And so one of the mistakes he made was not starting business on time. Because I believe if he has started business on time, maybe it would have been branches by now. Hallelujah. So the territories you are losing, all this I'm saying is so that your mind can be ready when we begin to pray, because you will need speed.